All right, there we go. I'll be your host this evening. My name is Mike Shea. My friends call me Shea. My mom calls me Mikey. My ex called me on accident when she was doing her boss. Wasn't that funny? No, the weirdest part was I still had to do a satisfaction survey at the end. Game recognized game, 5 stars, but still. I had to sell the house. I won though. I moved out first. It was fun, which meant that she was stuck with it. I showed up with all my friends to load the moving truck, but I showed up with 5 lesbians.
All right.
Hell yeah! There's one of them right there. Cool. No, it was great. These were the real lesbians too. The ones that don't even bother growing out these fingernails. You know. Not enough of you got that joke. I'm really sorry. Okay. Shit. No, it was great. They had that U-Haul loaded in 20 minutes. I was really impressed. It got me thinking, like, why have we not embraced the power of the all-lesbian moving company? I'm just saying, if you took it on Shark Tank and called it Box Stuffers, you'd make $1 million. Yeah, I have a new girlfriend now. It's been going really good. She was my annual first date. Yeah, some single folks get that one. Because before I met her, I'd been single since the Obama administration. Yeah, correct. Yeah, your face was correct. Yeah. It got to the point where I started writing his name on ballots to make me feel better, but not even presidential ones, just like school board treasurer. You got this, Barack, I believe. Whatever makes me hate myself a little bit less. Okay, cool. But no, it was great. Our first date ended really well. She leaned in for a kiss, and I'm a comic that doesn't date much, so I just went for a fist bump, and I felt so bad. But no, it's been going great. We were shopping at Meijer the other day because I make that kind of money, and there was a guy in the checkout line had a cart full of I think I'm gonna get laid tonight supplies. Are you married, sir, or in a relationship? Yeah. How long have you been married? Forever? That's all. Wow. Your skin looks great. When you were like having this date, did you have to buy like the I think it's gonna happen tonight stuff for the apartment the first time she came over? You know, like fresh bed sheets, some new pillows. Didn't make that kind of You didn't make pillow and bed sheet money? Was it just cots and burlap for you? It's like, honey, look, you said you were married forever, so it was probably just straw. The other reason I knew this guy thought he was going to get laid is it was me. I was the guy. I punched her in the face. Didn't think she was going to say yes. No, one of our favorite things to do, we've been dating for a few months now, one of our favorite things to do is to go people watching. Anybody else like to go sit and watch strangers? All of you should be saying yes, because you're all doing it right now. Yeah, we went down to Cincinnati, sat on the river, and we're just watching people. It was great. And at one point, a SoundCloud rapper came by. And we knew he was a SoundCloud rapper because he was carrying a Bluetooth speaker. Thank you. And he was just blasting his own rap over this speaker because there's no better way to market your own music than at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday in Cincinnati. But he had the most truly just like weirdly sexual lyrics. The lyric that really caught us off guard was "Kiss me through the phone, suck me through the cell." That one made my brain, I stopped trying to finger my girlfriend. I was so shocked by that one. Which I feel like should be the goal of any rap song, is just to get people to stop trying to do hand stuff, really. Do you like that? Yeah, that bar is fire, seriously, that's hip. See a guy like me say the words, "that bar is fire," should be illegal. That's not okay, I feel. I love weed. Anybody else? We got any other weed smokers in here? Absolutely, yeah, big fan of that. I was high when I voted for it. I love weed. I got high at work the other day, because what's the fucking point anymore? I started doing some online shopping while I was stoned. Don't ever make that mistake. You'll shop for the weirdest things. See, my niece's birthday is coming up, and she loves 2 things. She loves the color purple, and she loves her wagon. Her wagon broke recently, and I was like, I'm gonna get her a new wagon, I'm gonna get her a purple wagon, I'm gonna be the best uncle ever. So I went to search little purple wagon, which my phone autocorrected to little people wagon. And my stoned ass just had to know. I hit search. Now, if anyone here is familiar with the toy brand Little People, they're like pegs with like animal heads and people heads on them, and they have like little farms. It was just that. It was a wagon for that. Thank God. I was picturing something that like Peter Dinklage used on the set of Game of Thrones. I don't know. Something with Wi-Fi and a beer tap that like a topless chick can pull him around in. Game of Thrones too outdated for you guys? All right, cool. That's fine. No, my mom asked me one time, because of course I live with my mom, she said, are there different kinds of weed? I said, well, yeah, there's, Mom, first of all, you're not ready for that conversation. I said, there's 3 different kinds of weed you need to know about, Mom. I said, first of all, there's sativa weed, and that's the weed you smoke when you have shit that you need to do. And then there's indica weed, and that's the weed you smoke when you got shit that you need to do that you don't want to fucking do. That's my personal favorite, though, which is hybrid weed. That's the weed that makes both sides of your brain fight for dominance. It's the final battle for Return of the Jedi going on up here, while Judas Priest is blasting at full volume, because all my references are from the 80s, apparently. I just want to be, like, you remember those old anti-drug commercials where it was like the girl was like a deflated balloon on the couch, and her sister was like, Mary just tried marijuana for the first time. Now all she wants to do is sit around on the couch and not do anything else. And a lot of people were like, oh my God, and I was like, goals. Oh, man. Here's the thing, I got so high one time, I was just sitting there, and at one point, you ever have this point where your brain just starts questioning things that really has no business questioning? Like you start off listening to music, and by the end of it, you're looking up string theory on Wikipedia for no reason. This was me, I had a joint the other day so hard, it was, why is Arkansas pronounced like that? It's just Kansas with R in front of it. Kansas. It's like Pirate Kansas. Pirate Kansas would be Indiana Jones' arch nemesis, I feel like. I don't know. I love finding out where the stoners are in the room. It's great. The baseball season's done. We got any leftover baseball fans here? Anybody? Nobody? We're on the football season now? No, I know. It's hard to talk about it. I know. My grandma is like the world's biggest Guardians fan. Like, it's kind of ridiculous. She cannot remember her own phone number, but she knows Jose Ramirez is a 283 batting average. But the way she watches baseball is she doesn't watch baseball like your average baseball fan. Like, when most of us watch baseball, like, we're yelling at the screen, we're criticizing, everything. She's sitting there crocheting. He's in his own head again. He's listening too much to the crowd. He's not focusing on what he's supposed to be doing. He needs to cut that shit out. It's weird. I know. She gets really into it, and I asked her one time, I said, Grandma, why do you love baseball so much? Like, I know it's a great American pastime, like, what is it? And she said, honestly, Mike, those baseball players have such nice tushies. Their tushies look so good in those uniforms. It's the most I've heard the word tushy in my entire life. And then, like, my grandpa walks in the room, and I said, Grandpa, she's just watching baseball to stare at dudes' butts. And he goes, why do you think she married me? And shook his ass. She started clapping, he walked over, shook it in her face. She spanked him, I got uncomfortable. But now, like, the next time I can't watch baseball with her anymore, because the next time I am, like, I know she's feeling some type of way 3 feet to my left. Like, it's weird. Therapy's expensive. Before I get out of here, I work in downtown Dayton, and for anybody, I love downtown Dayton. I love Dayton in general. It's one of my favorite places, and because you can go stand on one corner of the street and see the best and worst that the city has to offer all at once. I can tell you exactly which corner. It's the corner of 4th and Jefferson. You stand on this corner and you turn to the left, and you see the local PBS station with this gorgeous mural on the outside. It was done by a local high school. It's fantastic. Further down the street is another mural dedicated to the history of funk music, for which Dayton plays a significant role in the history. It's worth the Google, trust me. A little more down, you see the Levitt Pavilion. It's this huge outdoor park with free concerts every summer, and it's gorgeous. And it just got me thinking, like, Dayton really has so much beauty to offer. And I turned a little too far to the right, and there was a homeless guy taking a shit next to a tree, fully into it, like pants around ankles, just like this is my life. And that wasn't even the worst part. He then reached into his backpack, pulled out a plastic bag, picked up his own turd, and threw it in the trash can on the sidewalk. This guy is my fucking hero! Are you kidding me? This guy's at the lowest point in his life. He is broke. He is homeless. Probably on heroin. It's Dayton. And he has decided in this moment, I am not a fucking animal. I can clean up after myself. And it warmed my heart in a way, because I was like, there's a lot of conversations about homelessness. Is it something that people do to themselves, or is it good people that fall on hard times? And this really, really brought that conversation to the forefront for me. And I thought, this is a guy who could really teach us all something, until I realized there was a public restroom 30 feet behind him. I'm just saying, maybe don't spend all your money on plastic bags. All right, are you guys ready to keep this show going tonight?
He is the owner-operator of Gem City Comedy. He has a wonderful voice for radio. My friend, Mike Shea.
One more time for Carrie. It's like if Sex in the City took place in Yellow Springs. All right, cool. My name is Mike Shea. My friends call me Shea. My mom calls me Mikey. My ex called me on accident when she was doing her boss. Yeah, no, they worked in customer service too, so the call was recorded for quality assurance. Still had to do a satisfaction survey at the end, so, game recognized game, 5 stars, but still. No, we sold the house. I moved out first, so I won. I showed up with all my friends to load up the U-Haul. I showed up with 5 lesbians though, and it was the way to go. Trust me, they had that truck loaded in 20 minutes. It was impressive. These are the real lesbians though. These are the ones that didn't even bother growing out these 2 fingernails. You know what I mean? Not enough of you laughed at that. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. No, they had that truck loaded so fast, and it got me thinking, why have we not, embraced the power of the all-lesbian moving company? I'm just saying, if you took it on Shark Tank and called it box stuffers, you'd make it $1 million. I have a new girlfriend now. It's been going real good. Our first date went real well. She leaned in for a kiss, and I'm a comic. I don't date much, so I wasn't used to that, so I went for a fist bump, but I went a little too high, and I just I felt so bad. Oh my God. But no, it's been going good. We've been dating for a while. We were shopping at Meijer the other day, because I make that kind of money. And sorry, did I offend my Amesburg? I'm sorry. There was a guy in line though. He had a cart full of, I think I'm gonna get laid tonight supplies. You're here on a date tonight, right? Yeah. How long have you guys been together? She's not here. It's fine. How long have you guys been together? 6 years. Holy shit! Give it up for this guy. Wow. So when you guys, the first time she came over, did you have to go go get some stuff from the store to make it presentable before she came over? Yeah. New bed sheets, new pillows, bottle of Febreze, small box of condoms. Not a box of small condoms. That's a dyslexic mistake you make once. That's the other reason I knew this guy thought he was going to get laid is it was me. I was the guy. I punched her in the face. I didn't think she was going to say yes. We love to go people watching. Anybody else? You all should be saying yes, because you're doing it right the fuck now. We were in Cincinnati. We love to go down to Cincinnati, sit on the river and watch people and just watch they're doing stuff. And there was a SoundCloud rapper there, an indie rapper, and we knew it because he was carrying a Bluetooth speaker. Because there's no better way to market your shitty indie rap than walking around at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, just. And this guy, this is weirdly sexual too. The lyrics really caught us off guard. We had to stop what we were doing, because at one point the song just went, "Kiss me through the phone, suck me through the cell." What? We were shocked. I was so shocked. I had to stop trying to finger my girlfriend. Which I feel like should be the goal of any rap song, is just to get people to stop doing hand stuff. Just, like, oh yeah, do you like that? Yeah, that was fucking sick. That's a great rhyme, actually. Yeah, I know seeing a guy like me wearing a Judas Priest t-shirt say the phrase, that's a good rhyme, is just all kinds of wrong, but it's okay. I love weed. Anybody else? We got any weed smokers? Hell yeah, I fucking knew you guys did. Hell yeah. No, I love weed. Weed's one of my favorite things in the world. At this point, I'm just like a walking edible for bears. Just why do you think Yogi Bear acted like that? He was just, wearing a hat and a tie, walking around the woods, eating people's picnic baskets, hanging out with a little dude named Boo Boo. That's stoner behavior. That's my mom asked me one time, because of course I live with my mom. She was like, "Are there different kinds of weed?" And I said, "You're not ready for that conversation. I said, there's 3 different kinds of weed you need to know about. I said, there's sativa weed. That's the weed you smoke when you got shit that you need to do. And then there's indica weed. That's the weed you smoke when you got shit that you need to do that you don't want to fucking do. But then my personal favorite is hybrid weed, because that's the weed that makes both sides of your brain fight for dominance. Just, the left side, the right side going to war like it's the end of Return of the Jedi, while I'm kicked back on the couch listening to Iron Maiden, because all my references are from the 80s, apparently. Like, you guys know those old anti-drug commercials where it was like the girl like a deflated balloon on the couch, and her friend was sitting there like, Mary just tried marijuana for the first time. Now she just sits around and doesn't want to do anything and is lazy all day long. Most people saw those commercials and were like, holy shit, and I was like, goals! I do. I got high at work the other day, because what's the fucking point anymore? I got stoned, and I got one of those weird stone trains of thought, like my stoners know, like you start off like just looking up song lyrics and you wind up Googling string theory after like 15 minutes for no reason. I hit it really just a little too hard at work, just, why is Arkansas pronounced like that? It's just Kansas with R in front of it. Pirate Kansas, they could call it. Pirate Kansas sounds like it'd be Indiana Jones' arch nemesis. This is good fucking weed, holy shit. I also made the mistake of, I got high and went online shopping. Do not ever fucking do that, oh my god. My Christmas is coming up, and so like my niece loves 2 things. She loves the color purple, and she loves her wagon. And her wagon broke recently, and I was like, I'm gonna get her a new wagon. It's gonna be purple. I'm gonna be the best uncle forever. Boom, no notes. So I went to my phone and I typed in little purple wagon, which my phone then corrected to little people wagon. And I just had to know. Now, you guys familiar with the children's toy line, Little People? They're like pegs with like animal heads, and they got little farms. And that's all it was. It was a little wagon from one of those. Thank Christ, because like I was picturing something with like Wi-Fi and a keg that like Peter Dinklage would have on the set of Game of Thrones. So stupid. Baseball season's over. We got any baseball fans here? Anybody at all? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. It's my favorite sport because it's the only sport where the players use sign language, and by sign language I mean the catcher plays with his balls. You know what I'm talking about? Like the pitcher's up there nodding and shaking his head, and the catcher's down there flicking his beanbag around, just... Like, was there a class they had to go to learn that shit, Like, you're just some grizzled old player in an out-of-date uniform chomping on half a smoked cigar, just like, listen. You jiggle the left one up and down 3 times. You put the right one in a counterclockwise circle. That's your fastball. But like, what if the catcher just has an itchy sack that day? It's a summertime sport, lots of dirt getting kicked around. He's down there just like trying to like take care of that shit, whatever. And the pitcher's up there just like, why does he want me to throw the ball to the coach? I don't know what's happening. Right? I love baseball because I love watching it with my grandma too. My grandma's like the world's biggest like baseball fan. She lives up northeast. So, like she loves the Guardians. This woman loves the Guardians so much she can't remember her own phone number. She knows Jose Ramirez has a 283 batting average. Yeah. But she watches baseball differently than like the rest of us. You know, I watch baseball like anybody else. I'm yelling at the TV. I'm criticizing everybody. She's crocheting and talking to the TV like she's watching one of her kids in a play. Just like he's in his own head again. He's listening to the crowd. He's not focusing on what he needs to do. He's got to cut that shit out. It's weird. And I asked her one time, I said, Grandma, why do you love baseball so much? Like, I know it's the great American pastime, but like, what is it? And she looked at me with the straightest face I've ever seen, and she said, honestly, Mike, it's just those baseball players have such nice tushies. I could look at those tushies in those uniform pants all the time. They look so, it's the most I've heard the word tushy in my entire life. And my grandpa walks in the room, and I said, Grandpa, she's just watching baseball to stare at dudes' butts. And he's like, I know, why do you think she married me? And shook his ass. She spanked him, I got uncomfortable, it was weird, I don't know. Before I get out of here, I'll leave you guys with this. I'm from Dayton, I work in Dayton, I love Dayton. I love Dayton because, hell yeah, I love Dayton because you can stand on one street corner and see the best and worst Dayton has to offer all at once. I'm gonna tell you the corner. It is 4th and Jefferson. 4th and Jefferson, you stand there, you turn left, you see the local PBS station. They're going through some shit right now. And they've got this beautiful mural on the outside painted by a local high school. It's gorgeous. Further down Jefferson, you've got this huge mural dedicated to the history of funk music, for which Dayton plays a significant part. Worth the Google, seriously look it up. Turn a little bit more to the right, you see the Levitt Pavilion. Free outdoor concerts every summer for everyone. Big, beautiful park. It's wonderful. I'm like, yes, this is what Dayton is all about. And right next to that was a homeless guy taking a shit next to a tree. Fully committed to it. Pants around his ankles. Might as well have been holding a newspaper. And then the weirdest thing was this is the weird thing, he went into his backpack, pulled out a plastic bag, picked up his own turd, and threw it in the trash can on the sidewalk. This guy is my fucking hero. Because he said in his lowest moment, I am not a fucking animal. I can clean up after myself. And it really made me think about the homelessness conversation in this country, where we talk about, like, you know, is it really, like, is it their fault, or was it just a good person that fell on hard times? And it really made me think about that conversation until I saw the public restroom 30 feet behind him. Maybe don't spend all your money on plastic bags, is all I'm saying. Thank you guys very much.